Welcome to ABC Racing, and today I'll be doing a challenge from Assetto Corsa called Legacy. It's using the Porsche 911 Carrera S around Imola. This is one of the hardest challenges in Assetto Corsa. It got patched heavily throughout the life of the game, and this car and this track got nerfed after some patches. So I've watched some YouTube videos of other people achieving a time, and their driving technique just wouldn't work to get the achievement now. So it's well worth watching my video over the others, and I wouldn't normally say this, but obviously the other videos just aren't going to work for you. If you look at them, they're sort of pushing the tyres too hard, and you actually lose a lot of time the way they're driving for this challenge. And I want to just say I'm not being bitchy or criticising them there, because they set the time on the game as it was then, and maybe for like PlayStation 4, which does have slightly different physics, maybe that's still a thing. Maybe you can still drive like that, but on PC it's just not achievable. Okay, so as I said, I'm not criticising the guys who've got their videos out there. It's hard enough like setting the time and then recording the videos and posting them and what have you, so I'm genuinely not criticising them. Just I think that my track guide and lap is a bit more relevant to the game for PC now, and hopefully the technique that is more transferable to any other car and track. So hopefully it's more relevant. Enough said about that. This video was requested by a subscriber of mine. Obviously they've probably been looking at other videos online as well and can't find something that's helped them. So I'm hoping this will help them. So with all that said, let's get into the hot lap. So starting the lap now, we're going into the Ravazza 1 and 2. We need to get a good exit, particularly out of Ravazza 2 down the main straight. Every tenth of a second is going to count on this track. If I beat the time, it's going to be by fractions of a second. It isn't going to be by half a second or a second. The sequential gearbox, so that makes the gear changes nice and straightforward. Just coming over the line to start our lap now. Trying to minimise the steering inputs to keep the speed in the car. We don't want to be scrubbing anything off. Braking in a straight line at the 200 metre board. Let the car drift out to the right. Now we're flicking it in over the inside curbing of the apex on both corners, keeping a straight line as much as possible. Turn 4 is flat out, but you need to be careful not to drift too far wide. It'll invalidate the lap, and I was right on the edge of where it would invalidate the lap there. Braking 100 metres for Variante Villeneuve. Again, we're going to be all over the inside curbing for both corners of Villeneuve. Braking 50 metres before Tosa. Need a late apex at Tosa, so you want to be getting the car in for the middle to later part of the corner rather than at the beginning part. It would cause you to run wide on the exit and lose a lot of time. On the run down to Piratella now, we just need to minimise our steering inputs through turn 8. Braking around 70 metres before the corner. Get the speed down and then flick it into second. Once you've got the car rotated, flick it back up to third. Going down to Aqua Minerale, we need to brake about 70 metres before the corner. Get the car stable, go down into third. Use the inside curb at both corners. And you can use the exit curb at the second part, but don't use it during the middle part of the corner. Next we got the Variante Alta, which is a right-left chicane. Braking hard 70 metres before the corner, down into second gear. Again, we make sure we use all of the track, all the inside curbing on both corners. But we need to avoid that exit curbing as much as possible. It will slow you down. We got 3 corners left now. Been a good lap so far. We need to get the car balanced so we can keep a tight line through turn 16. Straighten the car, come off the accelerator and brake hard for Ravazza 1. It's the second gear corner. Use the inside curbing again and use a little bit of the exit curbing. Same again for Ravazza 2. Get all over the inside curbing but try to avoid the exit curbing. I was unhappy with my Ravazza corners. I missed the apex of the first one, and the second one then I used a bit too much exit curbing. Now I did minimise the damage from that by straightening up on that exit curbing, and that's it, across the line, another gold achievement. Gotta be honest, I thought I'd missed it because of the Ravazza, so I was pleased to get that time. So I'll just go through the setup I used for this challenge. You can't change the gears with this car, so onto the tyres. We're using semi-slicks, with the front left being 24 psi, the front right 23 psi, The left rear 25 psi and the right rear 24 psi. Fuel, I put 10 litres of fuel in there, which gives you 3 laps to be able to complete the challenge. Electronics, I've got traction control off and ABS on 1. Traction control off allows you to push a little bit more on the curbs. Alignment, camber on the left front is minus 0.6. On the right front is minus 0.7. Toe on the left front is 60. Toe on the right front is 40. Toe on the left rear is 80. Toe on the right rear is 70. Camber on the left rear is minus 1.7 and camber on the right rear is minus 1.8. With generic, I've left the braking power on 100%. I enjoy doing that challenge. It was a challenge, which is good because I don't like it when you can just do it like first attempt and be a second faster. And I enjoyed it because it was a request as well. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on my videos and let me know if you've been enjoying them. Thank you. Take care. Ta-ra.